In the heart of a forgotten plain stood a tree, tall, silent, rooted in the memory of soil. Years passed, wordless, without a guest or whisper. No bird rested on its branches, no song danced in its leaves. Only the wind passed by in time, without pause. The tree had learned how to stand without waiting, how to be forgotten without forgetting. Until one day, the wind carried more than dust. A bird arrived, small, tired, separated from the sky. Its wings were torn, its eyes dim, but within them, a flicker remained. A desire. It came and landed on a branch. The tree did not move, but deep within its trunk, something trembled, not from wind, but from a presence strange, yet strangely familiar. From that day on, everything slowed. The leaves held dew just long enough for each drop to kiss the bird's lips. The tree softened its bark, shared its sap, and the insects, without question, became food for wings that still trembled. The tree gave, not to keep her, but because it had to. Days passed, no song, no flight, just being quietly in the cradle of branches. The tree listened with its whole being, not to sound, but to breath. But something within had shifted. The silence was no longer sweet, the solitude no longer peaceful. The tree watched the bird. Each night, its branches reached a little closer. Its leaves spread wider to shield the sky. It calmed the wind, so the bird would not shiver. Its sap grew sweeter, so the bird would want nothing but to stay. And the bird, in that soft forgetting, was slowly losing its nature, the wings that once belonged to the sky. There was no more need to fly, no need for the sky. Everything was here: warmth, food, shelter. The tree, with its branches, its leaves, its shade, had built a world with no doorway to leave. The tree still stands. The bird is still there, but not free. No flight, no longing, only staying. Everything continued just as it had, in a sweet, heavy stillness. The bird stayed. The tree kept giving. And the days, uneventful, passed quietly. Until that day, when another bird arrived. The tree, upon seeing it, tightened its branches, thickened its leaves. But the new bird, unafraid, flew directly toward the resting one. This new bird was light, untethered, and in its eyes, something shone that the resting bird had long forgotten. Movement, flight, sky. The tree shook its limbs, rattled its leaves, but the new bird wasn't afraid. It came and sat beside the first on the same branch. For the first time, the tree felt it might not be able to control everything. The new bird, with a soft voice, said something, and the resting bird felt something stir. For the first time, the tree felt afraid. The new bird had come from the sky. The resting bird had long forgotten it. But now, within her, something trembled, something that wanted to remember. The tree tried to push it away, tried to close its branches, block with leaves, but it couldn't. The new bird stayed, and the resting bird was no longer alone. For the first time, the tree realized perhaps the resting bird was no longer as alone. The challenge has begun. Now the tree faces what it cannot hold back, the other bird. And the resting bird is awakening to something that may once have been her very identity. Two paths lie ahead. Path one, the tree reacts. Branches lock, leaves darken, sap grows heavy. Out of fear, the tree closes all, determined to stop whatever is awakening. Path two, The bird awakens, she is invited to fly, to remember. And the tree, with a bittersweet ache, comes closer to the truth of letting go. Or maybe there's a third way, a place between holding on and setting free. Which path shall we take? For the first time, the tree began to think of something other than the bird. It thought of itself, its fears, its longing to bring back balance. How could it send the new bird away? How could it keep the resting one close? How could it, once again, gather it all into the arms of control? In heavy silence, the tree withdrew inward, and from the deep, wordless heart of the earth, a voice rose. The root spoke, not with complaint, not with need, but with the kind of knowing the tree had yet to reach. I have always been here, in the dark, quiet, unseen, for you. I went deep so you could rise. The higher you reached, the deeper I became. I gave up myself so you could touch the light. But now, your leaves drink the sun, while your roots are lost in shadow. Remember, that light came from me. I remained invisible, and I accepted that. But now, you are becoming consumed by a bird who has stolen your gaze. And I see the pattern we once lived is repeating, not with me, but within you. I once forgot myself for you, and now you are forgetting yourself for her. If you want her to stay, if you don't want her to leave quietly one day, you must break this cycle. Return to me, to yourself, because just as you failed to see me, if you fail to see yourself, then she too will one day stop seeing you. I have lived it. When someone erases themselves for another, what remains in the end is not love, not memory, but forgetting. Isn't that what love is? Letting go of yourself so the other stays? I just wanted her to stay, the way you once wanted me to stay. Once I believed that too, the day I turned from light so you could rise into it. With every root I spread into the dark, with every drop I gave from my core, I thought I was giving love, silent, boundless, without expectation. And you rose, grew tall, gave shade, while I slowly, quietly disappeared beneath the soil until even my voice could no longer reach you. Years later, I understood. What I gave wasn't love. It was self-erasure, and every offering rooted in forgetting oneself ends not in love, but in silence. Now, I see you walking that same path. You've given all of yourself to the bird resting in your branches. But with the arrival of another, she began to drift, and without even knowing it, she's begun to forget you. But we can create something new. Not where one stays while the other leaves. Not where one gives while the other only takes. But something like the bond between root and trunk. A silent dialogue that ties sky to earth. Are you ready to let go? Not to sever, but to begin again. Can we build a new home? One that draws the bird back, not to seek shelter, but to simply be. Not out of need, but out of knowing. Not because of your shade, but because of who you are. The tree answered, I will do whatever you ask. Just let the bird free from depending on another bird's gaze. Return to me once again. The root replied, so are you ready right now to go? To shift all your focus onto me, or better yet, onto us? The tree sighed. Is it really with me now that I should let it go? From the moment that other bird arrived, its whole heart and sight tore away from me. The root leaned closer. Then, Are you ready to build with me a pattern for the bird's return? The tree answered, yes. I only hope what you say is not just a promise. I hope it's a truth that will actually happen. Hope is the very first step. Do you have any questions before we begin? Yes, I do. Who have you ever treated the way you treat me now? A treatment that now reflects back in me, with someone I was born within, where I grew up, and through whom I was shaped. They sheltered me, gave me warmth, and offered me of their essence, so I could exist. But when I stood tall, I forgot them. All my attention turned to you. God, this time, it's not just for you. This time, with loyalty to every part of existence, I want to collaborate with you. Because now I understand, well, you are part of me, and I am part of you. We are part of the earth, and the earth is part of us. And since the earth lies within the boundless sky, we too are part of the sky, and the sky is part of us. The bird also has wings, and its wings share the same bond with it as I share with you. The difference is, its roots are in the sky, and your roots, which are me, are in the earth.